friends, it's your girl Cha Cha reporting live from the Money Mantra, and we are back with another Forex education video. I created my channel to help as many people as possible become independent and profitable traders. So if that sounds like you are in the right place at the right time. So welcome or welcome back to my channel. Now I know I haven't posted in a few weeks, guys, but it's because I have so much content that you can catch up on. And sometimes I don't want to be redundant, but I do really enjoy showing up and engaging with you guys and helping you out. So I'm going to get back to posting videos every single week. Today's video is going to be a trade breakdown. I love to do these types of videos because I'm constantly posting trade ideas in my community chat, and it's helpful to know how the idea played out, why I took this, because maybe the way I look at it can help you have a better understanding of the market. Now, when I post trade ideas in my community, even if you have no trading experience whatsoever, you can always copy and paste these ideas so that you're actually learning and earning. And that's one reason why having a mentor is so important. You get all of those shortcuts and little gems. So today, I'm going to be going over this Euro USD trade that I posted on July 28th, 2025, 2024, and it was for a sell on Euro USD. Now, I did analyze it on the 4-hour chart, and this is what I dropped in the chat. Looking for sells on Euro USD H4, potential TPs 1.15650, 1.15350, and 1.5000 or lower. Now, I did take a poll last week, and my students said that they wanted me to include the stop losses on the trades again. So moving forward, I will do that because mentorship, it really is a give and take relationship. I'm only providing the things that my students need. Now, previously, I stopped adding stop losses because I wanted to encourage them to actually look at their charts and to find their own entries. But I get it. If you are completely new, you may just need to know every single thing that you're supposed to be doing. And I'm actually happy that I did it this way because one of my newer students has been profitable simply because I am providing him all of the information he needs in order to enter his trades. So I did give a little bit of explanation here, like there was a break of structure and strong bearish signals on the stochastic, but we're actually going to go to TradingView and we are going to look at this trade a little bit more in depth. So if you haven't subscribed to the channel, make sure that you hit the subscribe button, make sure that you hit the like button, make sure that you hit the notification bell so that you never miss when I post these videos. Now on this screenshot, again, this trade was posted on July 28th, 2025 at 13:38, which is about 1:38 p.m. So we're going to go ahead to TradingView and we're going to look at it. Now, I actually posted this exact idea on TradingView as well, where I went a little bit more in depth with my explanation. I do try to post on Mondays or Tuesdays. Sometimes I forget to post on TradingView, but I'll always be posting the ideas in my community. So if you're not following me on TradingView, make sure that you go ahead and do that. All of the information is down below in my description box. So let's actually go back to July 28th and we're going to go to around 13:38 so we can see what I was looking at when I decided to take this trade and how it actually played out. So we're going to go back to 1 p.m. and here we are. So as you can see from my notes on my chart, the first thing that I noticed that there was a break of structure. Now, a break of structure is exactly what it sounds like. And even if you're new to trading, you will be able to understand this concept. Now, the market has a language that it speaks and a way that it flows. Sometimes you'll see it's going up, sometimes you'll see it's going down, and so on and so forth. Now, as the market is going up and down, it is creating these levels where it's consistently touching the same highs, like we can see here, right? We see that the market came up to this level multiple times. And if you guys can see that, just go ahead and drop a 7 in the chat or like the video so that I know you're engaged. Now, at the same time, the market will have these places where it's continuously coming down to the bottom and it starts to range, right? The market will always at some point be creating a range. Now, because this is the 4 hour time frame, this is happening over the course of a lot of hours, making this a really strong structure that we can trust. Now, what will happen sometimes what will happen sometimes is that the market will come down to a previous area of support or it'll come up to a previous area of resistance and where we expect it to sell, right? Because that's what it's been doing before. There actually will be a break of that structure that we've gotten used to. In this case, we see a break of structure above, letting us know that the market wanted to push up. And that's exactly what it did. Now let's look here, right? We can do the same thing here. We can see that the market had followed let me go back a little bit more. We can see that the market was following a certain structure for this amount of hours, just for it to break structure on the downside and continue to sell. So for me, once I get that break of structure or disruption of the pattern that had previously been forming, that's going to help me decide which way I want to take my trade. So if you notice when I posted in my community chat, I said there was a break of structure and a retest below. Now we can see that for a very long time, right? The market was staying within this channel or above. We can see that we had a little bit of a break of structure here in the past, but for a while, right, for a couple of hours, this was a strong area of support, right? It was an area of support. We have it here, we have it there. Now, once the market broke structure on the downside, that was the first confirmation for me that the market was going to sell. Now, I don't just jump into the trade once I get that. I really want to check with my indicators and see what else is going on. Now, something else that I've noticed, and this is something that you can pay attention to as you analyze your trades, the momentum was picking up for the sellers, right? Meaning that my red candles were getting bigger and stronger. On the other hand, my blue candles were getting weaker and weaker. Now, usually when you see momentum picking up on one side, that will give you some insight into what you want to do in your trade. Now, if we look here, for example, we can see how the red candles were literally, we have a big red candle here, and then we kind of see the red candles losing steam and the blue candles picking up steam. Hence is why the market continued to push up and go. So that's just something to be mindful of. Look at your candle bodies when you are analyzing your trades. Now, the only indicator that I like to use is the stochastic these days. And this is perfect, especially if you have not committed to paying for TradingView yet. I know we're in the business of money, but as a new trader or somebody who's into this, you may not have the extra money a month that to pay for TradingView. This strategy allows you to use one indicator, but it tells you so much information. But how I use it is pretty simple. If the stochastic is facing up, right? Literally, you'll see it facing up. 9 times out of 10, the market is going up as well. If you see the stochastic facing down, right? And here are some examples, that will usually let you know the market is going down. So it's pretty simple. Just look at it. Is it facing up? Is it facing down? That'll give you some insight into which way the market is going. You also notice that there are two lines on the stochastic. Usually, when the orange line or the slow line is on top, that for me is a sell signal, versus when the blue line or the fast line is on top, that usually is a buying signal. Now, I'll just scroll back on my chart so that you guys can look at the stochastic and let me know if you notice when it's facing down and the orange line is on top, those are opportunities to sell, versus when it's facing up and that blue line is on top, those give us great opportunities to buy. So not only did I have my break of structure and my momentum picking up with the sellers, but I also had more than enough bearish confirmations on my stochastic indicator. And if you want to learn more about the stochastic, I will tag the video here so that you guys can use it and start to incorporate it into your strategy if you haven't or if you don't have a strategy yet. This is something that I've shown in so many of my newer videos. I'm always trying to refine my explanations and make them easier for people to understand because if you just follow these steps, you should be able to see some results within your first couple of weeks of trading. Now, aside from emotional control and risk management, which are other things you have to learn, it is imperative that you have a simple process that you can repeat. So remember, the first step that I did was I set up my lines for support and resistance. I didn't do that in the video, but that is what these lines are reflecting. I just put previous areas of support or resistance or where I can see the market had a strong reaction. The second thing I did was look to see what the candles are doing. Are my sellers building momentum? Are they losing momentum? Are my buyers picking up or are they slowing down? These are all things you can consider to help you have a process when it comes to your trading. We also noticed that there was a break of structure, and not only that, the new candle opened below the previous candle, confirming that the market further wanted to sell. I did put a couple of TPs here, 1.15580, 1.15100, and I believe the last one was 1.15000. And we're just going to go ahead and see how this trade played out over time. And remember, my stop loss was 116. 200. So, as we can see, the market came back up. It was consolidating for a while. Eventually, we got another break of structure in the market continuing to retest under this level, which is something that you want to see if you are looking for sells, right? You want to see that lower lows are being created. You want to see that structure is continuing to be broken on the downside, giving us that confidence we need to enter the trade. So I'm super happy about how this trade played out. We can actually come back to the trading view idea and you can see TP1, TP2, and TP3 were all hit on this trade. And all I did was follow the same process that I follow every single time in every single trade. But that's really all I have for you guys today. If you have any questions about this video or if you want to know how you can connect with me and join my trading community so that you too can copy, paste, and profit ideas, don't hesitate to reach out to me. All of my information is down below in the description box. But that's all for today. Peace and profits, rich friends.